Hi guys, this is Vitaly with AFT Dispatch and A2C Logistics, and in today's video I'd like to speak with you about the brand new FMCSA program called Entry-Level Driver Training, or ELDT. Now before we get started, I'd like to ask you to please like the video, be sure you subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a single release of our videos, where every Friday we're talking about something that could benefit you in your trucking businesses, in your trucking careers, as well as cover the loads we've successfully booked for our customers, consisting of leased owner-operators and carriers operating under their own MC authorities, running under our truck dispatch services. As always, guys, big thank you for all the likes you've provided in all the previous videos. Please do keep them coming. And let's talk about this new entry-level driver training program, or ELDT, that's just went into effect on February 7th and set in motion by the FMCSA. So, guys, this is actually not a new program. It was actually part of the MAP 21, or moving ahead for progress in the 21st century. It was something that was set in motion during the Obama administration and is now coming into fruition. You know, when they say the government moves slow, government really does move slow. Now, what this is all about is if you're someone who's looking to obtain your Class A or Class B CDL license for the very first time, you're a new prospect into the trucking industry, or you're looking to upgrade an existing Class B CDL license to a Class A CDL, or for example, you're looking to get some endorsements for, let's say, a school bus or a passenger, being able to carry passengers, or even your hazmat, your hazardous materials endorsements, and you're doing this for the very first time, you are going to be subject to these new rules. Now, it will not affect you if you received your CDL or your endorsement before February 7th. So if you receive those, then you're okay prior to the 7th of February. Now, it also does not affect you if you received your CLP, or basically your permit, commercial license permit, if you received it before the 7th. But there are going to be some major changes that are going to go into effect, and that's what I'd like to cover. So I took some notes here. So in the old ways, the old rules were you got your CLP, you drove with a CDL holder, for a few hours. That would depend on each state what the requirements were, and then you took the road test and you got your CDL. Now, the new rules are going to be considerably tougher. So the new rules are you obtain a theory training prior to the CDL knowledge test for the CLP. Now, this theory training can only be conducted by an entity or an individual listed on the FMCSA's training provider registry. Now, there's a ton of them. There's about 11,000 companies or people listed in this registry. So there is quite a bit of option there. Now, after you've done that, then you go to the state driver license agency or division, DMV, whatever it might be, DLD, and they verify that the training has been completed. Once the training has been verified, the completion has been verified, you obtain your medical certificate. After that, you complete your CDL application and pay your state fees. Once you've done that, you provide proof of identity, and you pass your knowledge test with an 80% passing score or higher, and you get your CLP, your permit. Then at that point, you drive with another CDL holder like before, you pass your road test, and you receive your CDL. Now, the interesting thing is this is going to be an additional barrier to entry for a lot of new folks looking to get into the industry for the very first time. These classes will take between 3 and 20 days, depending on experience. Non-CDL farmers will not be affected by this as long as they stay within 150 air mile radius from the farm. But the problem is that if they do decide to go outside of that, or folks are entering the industry, they're not farmers, these classes, they're quite expensive. They range anywhere from $2,500 to all the way up to $8,500. So it's going to be a pretty penny. And the question is, will this have a negative impact on the driver shortage during this supply crunch that we got going on in the country? So, I'd love to hear from you guys. What do you think? No opinion is wrong, but we'd like to know. I mean, do you think this is going to make for a better driver, or is this going to worsen the truck driver shortage that we already have going on for some time? And by the way, we made a video about that some time back. It seemed to have been a very interesting video, something that was popular. I'll leave a little card here in the corner if you'd like to take a look at that. So please leave your comments in the comment section below, and let us know, weigh in what you think. Is this a good idea or a bad idea, and what are the repercussions, from your point of view. Nonetheless, guys, we're going to switch over to camera. We're going to look over the loads that we booked for our customers, and I'll talk to you guys in just a moment. Welcome back, guys. Let's take a look at some of these loads. We got vans and reefers today, short miles, long miles. The money's there no matter your style, and this is where we're going to really discuss this. I highly recommend you watch this all the way through, because towards the end, you're going to see some of these kind of mixed type of loads where might be closer to your range, your style, so that you don't think that you have to do a certain type of driving in order to make a certain amount of money. Anyway, let's start off with a reefer coming out of Freeport, Texas, going to Tonawanda, New York. It's a 39,000 pound load of non-hazardous chemicals at 55 degrees on a reefer. 1,553 miles, booked at $9,200 on a single run, one pick, one drop. That's $592 per mile average. Excellent job. Then out of Sodus, New York, going to Jackson, Tennessee, 40,000 pound load of cheese at 34 degrees on a reefer, 934 miles, booked at $4,500. Got them $482 per mile. And then Memphis, Tennessee to Omaha, Nebraska. It's a full truckload of beer, protect from freeze load in this reefer. 635 miles, booked at $3,300, got them $520 a mile. And that was it for this driver. They ran Monday to Monday, 1 week of work on the road, ended up grossing $17,000 on the dot with just 3 loads, running 3,122 loaded miles at an average of $545 per loaded mile average. Excellent job. Then we have a dry van coming out of Hereford, Texas, going to Jessup, Pennsylvania. It's a 42,000 pound load of general freight. 1,698 miles, booked at $6,700. Got them $395 a mile on a ton of miles. Then they had a Tonu, a canceled load, truck order not used, out of Pittston, Pennsylvania to St. Louis, Missouri. Got $150 for that one. And then they picked up a load out of Scranton, PA, going to Fort Wayne, Indiana. It's a light load, 28,000 pounds of plastic articles, 559 miles, booked at $1,880. Got them $336 a mile. Then Kendallville, Indiana to Kentwood, Michigan. It's another 28,500 pound load of General Mills freight of all kinds. It's 116 miles, real short run, booked at $1,050. Got them $9.05 a mile. And they finished off with Parchment, Michigan, going to Sioux Falls, South Dakota. It's a 44,000 pound load of paper or packing supplies, 725 miles, booked at $3,400. Got them $469 a mile. And that was it for these guys, except they ran for 6 days from Saturday morning until Friday afternoon. Ended up grossing $13,180 for those 6 days. Ran 3,098 loaded miles at an average of $425 per loaded mile average. Very well done. Next, we got a really good example, a reefer that's been running longer miles out of Quincy, Washington, going to St. Cloud, Minnesota. It's a 39,000 pound load of spinach puree, organic mix, 33 to 39 degrees on a reefer. 1,458 miles, booked at $6,600. Got them $453 a mile. Then Grand Forks, North Dakota to Vineland, New Jersey. It's a 44,000 pound load of frozen French fries at -10 on a reefer. 1,522 miles, booked at $7,700. Got them $506 a mile on a ton of miles. So very well done. They just ran these 2 runs. Running Thursday to Thursday, grossed $14,300 on these 2 runs, ran 2,980 miles loaded at an average of $480 per loaded mile average. Very well done. I mean, so you could run short miles, longer miles. You can make money with vans or reefers. You just got to have the right guys behind you. Next, we got a vented van coming out of Tacoma, Washington, going to Forest Lake, Minnesota. It's a 26,500 pound load of plastic flower pots, 1,684 miles, booked at $6,300. Got them $374 a mile. Then Becker, Minnesota, going to Sheboygan, Wisconsin. It's a 43,400 pound load of rolls, 398 miles, booked at $1,650. Got them $424 a mile. Then Neenah, Wisconsin to McCook, Illinois. 31,900-pound load of napkins, 197 miles, booked at $1,600, got them $8.12 per mile. Then Chicago, Illinois to Whitestown, Indiana, very light load, 8,000 pounds of dry foods. 165 miles, booked at $15.90, got a $9.64 a mile, and they finished off with Indianapolis, Indiana to Saginaw, Michigan. It's a 14,500 pound load of auto parts, quite light. 329 miles, booked at $1,700, got them $5.17 a mile, and they did quite well as well, running Friday to Friday, grossed $12,840 in gross, ran 2,764 loaded miles at an average of $465 per loaded mile average. Then we got ourselves a reefer coming out of Omaha, Nebraska, with a 1-pig 2-dropper going to Kansas City, Kansas, and Hutchinson, Kansas. 7,000 pound load of Black Angus premium fresh beef. 398 miles, booked at $26.50, got them $6.66 a mile. Then Wichita, Kansas to Trotwood, Ohio, it's 40,000 pound load of frozen pork. 783 miles, booked at $4,000, got them $5.11 a mile. And Yorktown, Indiana to Charleston, Missouri, it's a 43,000 pound load of bulk potatoes. 372 miles, booked at $1,700, got them $4.57 a mile. And they finished off with Paragould, Arkansas to Timberville, Virginia, it's a 40,000 pound load of fresh chicken. 801 mile, booked at $4,800, got them $5.99 per mile. Running Monday to Monday, grossed $13,150 in their reefer, running 2,354 loaded miles at an average of $5.59 per loaded mile average. Well done. Next, we got a regular dry van coming out of Sparks, Nevada to McCook, Illinois. 35,000 pound load of paper products. 1,908 miles, booked at $5,500, got them $2.88 a mile. Then Bolingbrook, Illinois to Martinsburg, West Virginia. 43,000 pound load of printed materials. 661 miles, booked at $3,300, got them $4.99 a mile. Then Winchester, Virginia to Schenectady, New York. It's somewhere between 41 and 45,000 pound load of food products loaded to scale. 420 miles, booked at $2,600, got them $6.19 a mile. Then they did a 1-pig 3-dropper coming out of Schuyler, New York, going to Queensbury, New York, Shelburne, Vermont, as well as a final in Malone, New York. Now, this was a 44,000 pound load of tractor parts. It was the only truck delivering at each drop, very fast in and out. 288 miles, booked at $1,500, got them $5.21 a mile, and that got them very good gross, a good average regular dry van, running Friday to Friday. Grossed $12,900 for the week, ran 3,277 loaded miles at an average of $3.94 per mile, per loaded mile. And let's not forget, they were starting in a pretty bad Western market out in Nevada. Not a good place to start out your week. And finally, we're going to go ahead and finish off with another dry van coming out of Logan Township, New Jersey, with a 1-pig 2-dropper to Puyallup, Washington, and Clackamas, Oregon. It's a 43,000 pound load of food items, 2,999 miles, booked at $9,300, got them $3.10 a mile. Then Vancouver, Washington to Helena, Montana. It's a 41,000 pound load of canned pears, 664 miles, booked at $2,700, got them $4.07 per mile. And that was it. They ran Friday to Friday, grossed $12,000 in a regular dry van, ran 3,663 loaded miles at an average of $3.28 per loaded mile average. Did very, very well, and so can you. And we make these videos every Friday to show you guys that if you're not making this kind of money, you're missing out. Way too many people are missing out on the really good money that the markets have been paying for the last 2 years. Now, we work with leased on owner operators. We lease on owner ops. We have a great, very transparent, low cost program, very, very honest approach to working with owner ops. You can take a look at some of the comments throughout the videos. We have plenty of our owner operators commenting there. We also work with carriers who operate under their own MC authorities. You can be a carrier, just one truck, you're the driver, or maybe you have your own drivers. Whatever the situation might be, if you're not making this kind of money, you're missing out, and we'd be more than happy to work with you. As long as you have your equipment, truck, trailer, and a willingness to work, you can make great money. All you have to do is get in touch with us by calling or texting us at 801-448-6363, or go to our website at aftdispatch.com/go. You could click any of the Get Started buttons. It'll take you, you fill in your information, and we'll send you some great info. We'll get in touch with you and answer any and all questions that you may have. You can also leave your information in our chat box that's found in a corner of every one of our web pages. Just click or tap that, fill in your information, takes 10 seconds, and we'll get in touch with you as well. So again, aftdispatch.com/go, or call or text us at 801-448-6363. And until next week, guys, stay healthy, be wealthy. Take care.